So let me get the recording going. Going.
And we could always find John Doe out in the field.
Exactly. Or he'd be someone that, that just came along or whatever. We can plug him in any which way is fine. Because
he can wander into camp anytime.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. This is for Matt. That's really loud. Did you not hear anything?
My master music volume was really low.
Oh, okay. Let me try it again. Ready?
No, it's still in here. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Yeah, your master music volume level.
Just turned it down.
Yeah. I don't know when I turned it down, but I had it really low.
It probably was your setting from the last game, because remember I used some of the other sounds before, and they were like really, really loud. So I'm sure you had turned it down. Anywho, there you go. Sounds in play. Anywho. Okay, so let's get over to the game map now. Okay, let's start this way, because I've actually thought that this is amazing, Voth. I've left so much stuff out because I don't want a railroad, and I'm like leaving that up to you. So back here on the main map now is where you guys have ventured to. The Sanctuary Vale is where the GPS coordinates that Uncle Justice had sent you guys to come to his waterfall cave. Okay? And you're in the Cotina National Forest is where this is all located. Now, don't picture this as like this little valley or something like that. Picture it as like a big, huge map area. So all these different names, like the Boulder Peaks, are this big, huge mountain range. So it's a vast area. The waterfall cave is not just a little waterfall cave. It's pretty big. So you do have cities along here too, which picture that there would be like roads and maybe dirt roads and some paved roads that run between all these places. We're gonna play it as that. Or also,
where are the cities?
Look up top. Yeah, there's one called Yak on the Yak Valley Forest.
Yak Valley Forest is a city?
No, there's one called Yak. YAAK.
Oh, I see it now.
Yep.
Buried in that little thing.
There's another one down at the bottom called Turner. And there's another one down called Loon. There's another
Baldy.
one. Yep. Another one down Rhetoric. Yep, and there's Baldy down there. So those are kind of cities within this national forest that you can go to, and you guys may go to. We don't know, but those are
okay. Like cities from modern time, or are these like post Fallout cities where people have gathered together and built shit out of wood and leather and crap like that?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I would guess the latter, because on the map it looks like they're just little nooks where people would hide.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Don't picture them as little nooks. Picture them as vast open areas, so there could be a big city there. We'll determine it together what it would be like. But it's mostly going to be some sort of like a mountain city. But, here in Colorado, we have huge mountain cities, things like that. So it's not going to be this small podunk town or something like that in the middle of the forest or anything like that. It could be actually a pretty nice metropolis or something. We'll leave that kind of up to you as we get there and go into the game. But excuse me, from starting out, Yak is definitely going to be a larger one of the larger cities. And So that's just kind of the stuff here. Just got names out on the area to see where things are at. And, I have little maps or flags and stuff like that will point us in the direction of, where you're going, so you can kind of see it as we're playing along.
Okay.
Now, down at the waterfall cave. Oh, also, sorry, going back up there. You did see the aspect that was out on the table. That was the Gehenna National Forest, right?
Yep.
Okay. That was
Kootenai.
Yep.
Kootenai.
Gehenna. All right. Down to Uncle Justice's vast underground bunker. And currently, right now, he has about 664 people in the bunker.
Wow.
If you look through the little postings up on there, there are, generators, storage, pools, everything, gardens, medical places, and everything. So Uncle Justice has been prepping this for a long time.
What does post mean?
Those are guard posts.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. Holding
what
cells.
What is OPNMLKI? What are all those?
The A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all those numbers with the brackets around them.
I prefer to call them letters.
Yeah. The letters with brackets around them. Those are areas where people are camping and staying.
Okay. So we might have like an outbreak at Section O.
Exactly. Or there's a disturbance happening in Section K or whatever.
Gotcha. I understand now.
You guys are all the way back at home because obviously Uncle Justice is going to make the, the nice cave places for you guys to stay a lot better than what everyone else is going to be staying at. Here again, don't picture this as a small little cave. Picture it as a vast cave. It's pretty big.
It's like a vast swamp.
Yeah.
And this thing's massive.
Yeah, and the water that's running through it and all the little bridges that cross the water at certain spots and stuff like that. So it's pretty large, and it's able to hold up to about 1,000 people.
Eesh.
So Uncle Justice the Prepper has been planning quite well of what he has here. Now, looking it over, is there anything else that should be added to the bunker that the GM didn't think of?
We've got guard posts right by the entrance. There's water everywhere.
Got a medical center, kitchen, food supplies, commons.
We even have holding cells.
Yep, holding cells.
Wow. People actually live in the spider webs?
Yeah. Maybe they are our spiders. Yeah, ignore the spider webs. Just consider those as areas that are maybe a little less kept upright, I guess.
Is that where you're keeping the poor people, MJ?
That's right. That's where we're keeping the people of Houston. Oh, bad joke.
Oh.
No.
Glad I don't live in Houston anymore.
I know.
Jesus.
I got hammered, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
My the house that my brother lived in when he was down there in spring flooded.
Yeah.
Yep.
Read a news article that signs are popping up all over Houston, where it's basically the synopsis is if you loot, we shoot.
Yes. That's awesome.
Implying that your ass will be killed if you steal stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's what you get for taking advantage of people in a bad time like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in Texas, an open carry state, you're stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's funny is Colorado's an open carry state too. People don't do it.
You guys are
I know.
such libtards up there.
I know. You can actually open carry as much as you want. You can carry in your
They
car.
thought open carry meant your marijuana.
Yeah. They interpreted the law wrong.
Hey man, it's open carry. I could just carry my bong around, man.
That's right. Oh, Colorado kills me. Yep. All right. So we can approach that as anything else comes up. Now, the important part is the note of the emergency exit. That is just an area, say that Uncle Justice has made some sort of way to where you can actually get out of the cave without having to go through the entrance.
I imagine Uncle Justice has a bat boat like Batman that shoots out of a watery cave.
That's right. Now here's the cave entrance again. So it is, the cave entrance, that area there to where it's got the little lighty thing down there, is where that picture correlates to. So you do have to kind of go through some water there in a certain area to get walking through, because it's I'm sure you could get through the side area like right here to get through there and not walk through the water or whatever, but it's kind of what the entrance looks like. And you can see it on the picture in the chat too. Okay. Let me check my notes. Is there anything else I need to get to? It is when you guys first arrived there, back after getting your house burned down and getting first initial contact with Uncle Justice, and you first got to the cave, however long that took, or however you did it. When you first arrived there was pretty well stocked, and there wasn't the 664 people there yet. There was less, but there have been man, stinking allergies right now are going crazy. There have been little groups that Uncle Justice has formulated and sent out, called gathering groups, that have been going out and trying to find people in the cities around. And some go far, far away. Some stay close and kind of look around for people. All different types of things are going on here. But they're gathering more and more people. And let's say it's been like 3 months that has passed since you guys arrived at the waterfall cave, and kind of gotten in line with everything that's kind of going on there. Now, the way that things function at the waterfall cave is, this is Uncle Justice's cave. He's the one that's made it. He's the one that's put all the time and effort into it. So he's pretty much the president of the cave. He's the guy that's in charge. Okay. But him being your uncle, and knowing James and Jason, and knowing how well they are, and how much he does love you guys, he does put you guys kind of up on a little pedestal over the other people within the cave too.
I have an important question.
Yes.
Does Uncle Justice have a harem?
No. No, he does not. I don't think you guys listen.
He's not as crazy as Relay.
That's right.
He's doing it wrong.
He's doing it wrong. He's not going the Walking Dead route here. Like what's his name? I can't remember his name now. Who's the big antagonist on there right now that they're going to war with?
Don't worry, I haven't watched.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it one either.
Negan, and he's got his harem too. Yeah, this guy's name's Negan. Nope. You got to remember, Uncle Justice is a 70-year-old Vietnam vet and a doomsday prepper, obviously, for good.
Yeah, he's got to
purposes.
repopulate the earth. That sounds like a good prep to me.
No, he's too old to be worrying about that kind of stuff right now and having harems and stuff.
Shit.
He's a
70, I'd have a harem.
red-blooded American. America. Okay. Unless you want to pay a fate point, you can say he has a harem.
Let's make it creepy.
Let's make it creepy. No,
right.
we don't need to bring in the relay aspect to it.
No. I'm gonna say he has a harem, but it's all little boys.
Oh gosh, no.
Okay, here's my fate point.
No, I'll pay a fate point to get rid of that one.
All right, moving on.
Well, I had one way I was going to start this all out. It was going to be so much fun, but now that Jacob's not here, we'll have to work on some other things. How about... All right, there are some unresolved things that are going on. First one is, how did you guys handle? Now, we did play it to where there was some time that you were traveling to the Cotina National Forest here. And
Okay.
Things could have happened in between there. So let's flash back. James, you had told your father, Old Willie, that you would go back and meet him the next day at the house, the burning down house. The next day.
God damn it! What was our reason to do that? We had a reason, didn't we?
Yeah. Let me post the picture. Uncle Willie's master plan.
I said, if he let us go, or some crap, I'd come meet him.
Right.
Right?
Because remember, he wants Jelena as his queen, and the girls, your half sisters, as his concubines.
I forgot about that.
Yep, here it is. The King's Grand Plan. So you remember, your father is a king. So, with that whole story going on there, because remember you had a, well, gosh, that was a long time ago too, so I guess you wouldn't remember, but what was happening was, Voth was going to shoot himself. Well, actually not Voth, but James was going to shoot himself when he had the conflict and encounter with Old Willie. And he was threatening to shoot himself because all of a sudden Old Willie was telling him that I'm your father and yada yada. And so James, in proper James fashion, was having all these thoughts and visions come into his head. And so he's like, this is too much. You just got to go, or I'm going to blow my head off. And Old Will's like, no, don't do that. You can't do that. And he said, well, you're just going to have to, deal with it and get out of here. And you need to take all your people with you. And so he took off, except for he left the ones, which were the infused creatures that were hunting and pursuing you guys because of your killing them and defeating them without warded weapons.
I don't think we killed anybody. We were very nice to everybody.
You killed
them. In 3 months' time, since 3 months have passed, has Jason done any research into his warding stuff?
Have you, Jason?
Absolutely. I'm proficient at it.
Let's see. You're proficient at it. At his warding. Well, which warding have you been practicing? You've got 3 months under your belt. Let's make 3 rolls towards what you've been trying to do on your extra tracks.
I would definitely say he would be more in the vein of offensive than defensive.
Now, did you look at the offense? What the offense does? The attack ward, you'd be working on attack ward +1, which gives you the ability to create attack symbols which ignore the 1 stress box on the infused creature's stress track. So remember the infused creatures had 2 stress boxes, a 1 and a 2, which kind of function like temporary hit points or armor or something like that. So go ahead and if you want to do it that way. Now the defense wards give you a actual +1 to your defense rolls against infused creatures. So you decide what you would want to do for the 3 months.
I mean, I would lean towards offensive, but if I could probably have someone at the cave talk me into trying to put some defensive wards on the cave itself. But otherwise, I would mostly lean towards the offensive.
Yeah, I'd be right behind you. I'd be like, offense.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But then D would be at your side going, James or Jason, don't you think we should be focusing more on defensive too? What about all the other people here?
And I would stare James in the eye and shoot D in the head.
Okay, roll your shoot check. Yeah, actually, we won't put a roll on that at all. She's just dead. And now Jason, for the 3 months, is in the holding cells.
What should I roll for?
Governing skill.
Well, I got a quick question then. If I've got a shield that has a defensive ward and an offensive ward, or on the hammer,
Yep.
do I get a +1 to my defensive rolls?
Look at your inventory.
Bonus to all fight checks. Inventory, where is this?
Down below, next to notes.
Iridian hammer +1 and Iridian shield +2.
Nope, reverse. Iridian hammer +2, shield +1.
I picked up an assault rifle somewhere.
Consider that the +2 is an attack ward that is on your hammer, and the +1 is the defense ward on your shield.
All right. So on defensive rolls, do I get a +1?
On defensive rolls against infused creatures, you get a +1.
Okay, then
When you're
offensive
using the
rolls
shield.
against.
Yeah.
Then do I get a +3 when attacking them?
When you attack, you're going to ignore the 1 and 2 stress box on an infused creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just as it reads on the attack ward.
I hadn't read that one yet. I was reading the defensive ward, and I'm like, wait a second, I got a shield.
Now, if your hammer was a +3 hammer, it would ignore the 1, 2, and 3 stress box. But if they didn't have a 3 stress box, you'd get a +1 to your attack.
Offensive it is.
Offensive, go, Jason, go.
So is this lore I'm rolling?
Yeah. Well, no, we're in the midst of a conversation here. James is dude, offensive. Let's go offensive. And then D's like, no, Jason, we really need to focus on
I would study defensive since I already have the shield, and I'll let him build my weapon up, and I'll build my shield up.
Oh, I don't know that I'm building your weapon up. I'm scratching these things, the symbols, into bullets.
Yeah, he's just trying to learn how to make it work now. Because remember, it wasn't as easy as just, hey, make this little symbol and yay, it works.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what I'm saying
like a
is
Chinese calligraphy.
Assuming that we can rectify our sort of strained relationship.
Yeah.
At some point in the future, you will buff my weapons and I will buff your armor.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing we need to address too before we go on. All the consequences went away, right? So
I'm going to keep my consequences for a second till I do my struggles and stuff so I can keep track of them.
Okay.
And then I'll erase them.
Okay.
I am still unhinged, it would seem.
Yes, but that's a mild consequence which would go away after a while. But just leave it up there now, and we'll address it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were unhinged. That was more at the time when you were dealing with the Jonathan the Tank and cutting him to pieces with a knife and biting his neck and.
Yeah, you went ape shit.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot about that too. How could I rewatch that last battle?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you watch session 10 and 11, everything came out in those sessions. So actually 9, 10, and 11, because it all started from when Jason popped Jonathan in the head. with his 9mm. And it
You
started,
went like full on crazy chimpanzee in the last
Whoa.
episode.
Let's not get too crazy here. I mean, I did that, which was pretty crazy, but then you immediately smashed his little sister out a window. Like,
Mine was
I wasn't out here on mine.
accidental. Yours was calculated.
You accidentally got a running start and smashed a little girl.
Well, I didn't know it was a little girl. I thought it was monsters.
there it is.
See, and mine was cool and calculating because I knew he would come back.
That's right. That's so
Has
funny.
there been any infused showing up at the cave, or have we had any contact with them since we left Lolo?
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. Let's resolve
Well,
the
I think
extra
that would
first.
kind of determine. That might determine me going offensive versus defensive.
In those 3 months, the things that have been going on here is this. The other people, because there are other people in this cave that are a part of the security squads that Uncle Justice has made, and they man the posts, and they do the gathering trips and things like that, which a gathering trip is gathering for people and also gathering for supplies.
And this is not all people from Lolo, this is people from surrounding areas.
And then there are security patrols that go out to kind of, scan the area and stuff like that. Well, you guys have discovered that if you kill an infused creature with an unwarded weapon,
They come back and
that they hunt you. They'll hunt you to your dying day. Okay? So, infused things have been increasing in this area since these security patrols have been going out and trying to clear the infused, because they're just like, no, we kill them and they just die. And how would James and Jason handle that whole situation when they came to the cave?
If it seems like them killing them starts bringing more of them here, then I would definitely go offensive with the wards to try to kill them for good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just makes the most sense.
Yeah, that's kind of like a no-brainer.
Unless, if me and him both working on offensive, like we would both reap the benefits and become more offensive quicker,
well,
then we'll both focus on it. If not, I'm going to focus on defensive just because otherwise it's redundant and pointless.
Right. If James is going to work on offensive himself, he is going to have to work hand in hand with Jason, because James does not know how to decipher the wards to understand what's going on with the language to begin the process. So he would only be able to learn off of what Jason was doing. So Jason would have to make his check first, and then possibly that would allow James to make a check with a penalty or a possible advantage.
Can I just have D do it instead?
Well, D is working alongside with James, unless James is like giving her the cold shoulder.
I mean, that would kind of make sense, because I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know that we'd be actively avoiding each other, but I also don't know that we would be the best of friends after what happened.
If he's giving her the cold shoulder, I'm going to try to give her the hot crotch. Need to repopulate the earth, man.
We need to repopulate the earth. Okay, where's D? Let's post a picture of D. Actually, we need to put everybody out here again so you remember what they look like. Here's James. Here's Jason. And here's D. And there are probably some other people within the cave too that James and Jason could repopulate the earth with if they're really in that way. But I don't think it is a priority right now. But I leave it up to you guys.
Yeah.
I need to speak with a lisp.
Yeah, and I would imagine that
I would be on some of those patrols who have killed some of the infused, and then seeing more of them on future patrols would definitely go offensive.
Oh, I do have one more GM rule that's coming into play here too with this session. Okay, any rolls posted before I post up the obstacle do not count. It has to be after I post up the obstacle, or if I post the accumulative, or the creating advantage, or an attack, or a defense.
This motherfucker has 5,000 macros.
He's prepared.
Bells and whistles, baby. Bells and whistles.
And foghorns and laser light shows.
So what is my lore obstacle to try to...
Okay. So you're going to try for the offensive? Or you're going to try for deciphering? So your attack wards goes under craft because you're trying to do a craft.
Oh, so, my craft's so bad.
Yep. The nice thing is the obstacle for that advancement is 0.
Well, 50-50 chance.
There you go. Well, you do have fate points and you do have XP points.
So I'm rolling 3 of these?
You roll 1 check.
1 check.
You're going to roll 3, depending on whichever way you want to go, to represent 1 for each month.
All right. Well,
it's that time of the month again.
I'll start with no fate points for the first month and see how that goes.
Well, remember, with your fate points, you can add them later, too.
Okay.
You get to add them later, and your XP you can add later after the roll.
So...
Oh my God! Oh my! Okay, so what happens? Well, unless you want to re-roll, what happens with that?
You hit yourself in the forehead with a hammer.
FYI, I'm not gonna make it go into negatives for these advancements because it would take forever. That is a -3 right off the bat.
That is all right. Let's try month 2.
No. Well, you can.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you can. Okay. Well, hold on a second. You rolled a 3 that time, which is good. You could fate point that first one to re-roll if you wanted to, or just go to month 2.
I was just going to month 2.
Okay. Now you got a 3. The way the advancement works is picture them as cups, so they just fill up. So you can fill it any which way you want. You can check off the 3 box, or you could check off the 1 and the 2 box. It's your choice.
And this is under the stress?
Under extras, under skills, above your extras.
I see. Tech ward. So what is the goal here? I mean, to get off the 6.
Read down the definition below. Yeah, that is to check off all 6 boxes.
The ability. Yeah, so to check off all 6 is the goal. Okay.
Exactly.
I will check off 3 here.
Now, let me give you an idea, too. You could actually spend one of your XP points, your XP tokens here, to re-roll and try to blow that out to get a 6, too, or more.
Oh, so it wouldn't be a straight re-roll, it'd be exploding those 3 ones?
You could do that, or you could spend all 4 of them and make it a 7. I just say, because the XP can function as a +1, or they can function as a explode chance.
Is it 1 XP explodes all 3 ones?
You have to choose how many XP you're going to do at the one time. So if you say you make 1 roll, you don't get a roll once like the crux, and then roll again, and then roll again, and roll again. Yeah. You make 1 roll pertaining to it, and choose how many XP you're going to consume.
But does it? Was it like the last game where?
Yes.
It explodes all of them for the cost of 1.
Exactly. It only pertaining to that XP roll. Yes, but anytime you roll a 1 on the fate dice or a plus, it's going to explode it and possibly get another 1 and explode it and possibly get another 1 and explode it.
So I can use 1 XP to explode all 3 of those ones.
Oh, no, you don't explode the 1s. You explode just 1s one time.
What he's asking is he has 3.
Yeah, exactly.
He spends 1 XP and all 3 explode?
No. Don't picture it as that.
So
I
different
had that
exploding mechanism
exactly.
as the last one.
It's actually it's exploding XP, not exploding 1s. Picture it as exploding XP points, not exploding 1s. Because I did have that exploding 1s in there at one point, and then I was like, no, this is too much. It's too much.
So what does exploding XP mean then? I'm totally lost now.
Well, okay, let's do this. Click on your crafts, and then it says how many XP spending. So basically, how many XP points becomes how many XDF that you're rolling.
Oh, okay. So he can explode
it's like an extra roll, not an explode like in the last. So I think maybe just the word explode is.
Yeah, explode is the wrong word to do, even though it is exploding
once.
once.
In that last game for a very specific.
And it's not even a re-roll too. It's just spending XP.
It's a bonus roll.
Yeah, that's exactly XP bonus roll. It's a bonus roll.
Yeah, let's get rid of the word explode and just bonus roll.
No, because actually that's the way I have it when you roll it. It shows up as an XP bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is a bonus roll.
So he can spend it 1 for 1, or he can take a gamble and hope to get more.
Yeah, it's either.
Yes, picture it as your experience in a role-playing sense. You've gained this experience, and now you're consuming that experience to
Sometimes
better.
When I gain experience in real life, I explode.
And you do have a chance to.
I can go 1 to 1, so I could use 3 XP to make that an automatic 6.
Yes.
What is the upside of using XP to re-roll? Because it seems like then I have less of a chance to.
You don't use XP to re-roll. You have to use a fate point to re-roll, just as regular.
Well, see, right here I'm going to spend 3 XP for the bonus roll, and it turned into 2, whereas I could have just spent 3. But on the flip side, I'm going to do it again, and let's see. I came out with 3, so it broke even.
Yep.
There's obviously... That time it came out of 5.
Yes. So
and each time I rolled 3 dice.
It's a chance roll, because you're spending your experience for possible chance, because negative 1s turn out to be 0, so you'll never lose points. You always gain points. Yeah. But it's a chance you're going to lose that XP for potentially boosting it even more. Kind of like
straight just use 3 XP to make it a 6 and check off my highest box.
Perfect. Perfect.
Although I do want that XP to learn how to drive better.
Okay, so now you use the XP. Now you get to check off your 6 box.
So once I have all 6 of these checked off, then I can start etching symbols on bullets.
So now you're down to, you only need to fill the 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you can etch bullets, or you got to address that what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, because remember it says you have the ability to create Iridian attack symbols, not attack bullets.
No. I can't make the bullets, but I can etch the symbol onto the bullet.
Exactly. You can accurately etch a symbol which will do exactly what it says on there for the ward. You can make a +1 attack ward that will affect the infused onto anything.
Does it require, let's say they have 2 infused box. Does it require a +2 attack symbol to make it where they don't resurrect?
Correct.
Or does any symbol at all? So if they had 2 and you only had a +1, would they not resurrect, or you have to take off their full bonus?
No. You can, once you have the ward on there, it will kill them for good.
Okay.
They won't. You won't have the hunt bots following you around everywhere. So yeah, once an attack ward is put into place, it is now a what do you want to call it? It is now a weapon that will kill the infused, not just defeat them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, that's Matt posted. Using the wards on booby traps. You just make like 2 logs with the wards on them, and he comes walking by and just like smashes their head.
Trap the shit out of this waterfall cave. Okay, so then I have one more craft roll for
the 3rd month.
Month 3.
Yep, obstacle 0.
Hey!
Ooh, look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Now, you could use your last XP to boost it even more if you wanted. Or you could just take the 4 stress box, or you could use fate points.
What would be the benefit to boosting it more?
We're totally messing
Well, if I
things
boost it
up.
more, I could do like check off a 4 and a 1 instead of a 4,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've been messing things up too. Give yourself one experience on crafts, 1 experience point on crafts, because that first obstacle you succeeded with style. This one you succeeded with style too, so you get another XP point on crafts. So in the box above it, put two XP points in there.
Okay, and 2 XP on that one equals a check.
That equals a check, so you could go down to crafts now, if you wanted to. Type crafts in the skill name and put 1 checkbox in there and clear off that XP if you wanted to. And that would then function as a fate point. Or a check towards advancement of your crafts.
Alright, I will put it, so down in skills, I write crafts, and then check 1 box next to it.
Yep.
And then bring my
and then take
XP down to 0 again.
Correct. Just make that to 0.
And then once I get all 4 of those crafts, my crafts moves from a +0 to a +1.
Exactly.
Perfect. I will definitely try to advance that craft skill if that's going to be what I'm doing to make the wards. We should definitely try to level that up.
Since you guys don't have Kurt anymore, and for your booby traps and all that kind of stuff would be under crafts also.
All right. Okay. So then
but now,
I have...
keep in mind that crafts, anytime you roll crafts, you could use and consume that check mark as a fate point. So it's like a stored fate point, or
I'm going to try to
advance.
Boost that one up, though. I feel like that's a skill I'm going to use pretty often.
Yeah, it's going to come up. So that's pretty good. So you got your 4 check off, but now, you still do have an XP point, or you have fate points too. That you can use those just for whatever. You could bump that up +2. I mean, that's a crit. You rolled a crit on that last one.
Yeah. So I could using the 1 XP, I could check off the 1 box.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you could use a fate point
those
to check
3
off the
fate
2.
points. Okay, can I use 2 fate points to check off the 2 and the 3?
You would need 6, so you'd have to use all 3 fate points to get you to the 6.
You know what? I'm gonna go for it just because I want to start making those wards. Cause
keep your XP point though. You won't need that.
Okay.
That's only 1. All right, look at you go.
I don't know how to take that back.
Right click.
There we go.
Take card. There you go.
All right. So we know how to make.
You've unlocked. You've unlocked your. I'll copy and paste it here. You have unlocked the attack +1 wards in that time. And let's do this. Cut. And I'll put that up here under Decipher. And then I'll put down here too that you are change that in your advancement box to now attack wards +2.
Attack wards +2. Okay.
And you could be working on those. What did I do? Unlock. Oh, I put it on the wrong spot. Dang it.
So I changed the extras to unlocked from locked.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I pasted it over here. Hold on one second.
Okay.
And then I'm going to post the +2 down here for locked. Because you are locked. And +2 is going to give you to ignore the 1 and 2 stress track box of it.
So then I uncheck all of these boxes because I'm working on level 2 now.
Exactly.
All right, let's start making some bullets.
That was pretty good. That was a good 3 months used there. All right. James, in your 3 months there, what have you been doing?
I suppose I have to work on deciphering.
Yeah.
To do anything?
If you want to, unless you're working alongside of Jason, because Jason now knows how to do it, it's just a matter of how well he can teach it.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm assuming I'm going to have to make a struggle revolving around even getting to interact with him again, because I mean I did knock his ass out and
you do have the
essentially blame me for our stepdad and brother dying.
Yep. And you do have
then
the
there's
worried
the whole psychotic outbreak.
I wanted to mention too that saying that's in your notes is not you personally. So in James's one, it says James is subconsciously blamed for the loss of Justin. Well, Jason doesn't blame James for the loss of Justin. It's more your other family members. It's not spoken, but you can just feel that that's what they're thinking.
It's totally spoken. I blame Jason for everything.
So James is verbally coming out and saying, "It's
I certainly did, at least for the first month."
Okay.
I was like, "It's your fault."
I don't remember the name, but do at least the siblings that I literally pulled out of the fire, do they at least still like me?
Well, here, I'm going to do something pretty strange here, because James, you have an aspect that says, worried Jason is losing his grip on humanity, but you are going to be sitting here and bashing at him even more, so I'm going to give Jason a fate point for your going against, you're worried about James or Jason, but I'm giving, instead of giving you the fate point, I'm giving it to Jason. Because you're going against your aspect.
I don't need you fools. I'll go off on my own.
All right, James, what else are you doing in there? Are you, so your first month, you're just drilling along, giving Jason a hard time for blaming him for everything. How does Jason respond to all that in that first month?
Probably not well. Let's be honest. I would imagine I probably become slightly brooding. Probably brooding, and I would imagine that when I'm not studying stuff,
the huge manatee. That's funny.
That's excellent.
Oh, the humanity.
When I'm not studying the symbols, I would imagine I probably either by myself or I'd probably spend a lot of time outside of the cave trying to get away from people and like out just very coldly, emotionlessly killing any infused that come into the veil.
Okay. So he's that whole first month, Jason is becoming more distant, James. Then what happens after that?
Based off that, I want my struggle to be to reconcile with my little brother.
Okay.
Little, I was born like 15 minutes after you.
Great. Okay.
But that would be something you would totally say.
There, I got that as my struggle.
Well, now you're going to have to define little brother because you do have another little brother too. But you just don't know if he's alive or not. Your twin, my twin brother.
No, I put a parenthesis in there.
That's funny. Okay, so that whole first month, James, if you wanted to work on your deciphering, you're working on it alone.
Yeah, I got it. So I'm going to make 3 checks on learning deciphering.
Yeah, unless
I
you
could be
want
working
to enlist
with
D.
when I'm around, and then when I'm gone, he could be working with D, so it could kind of be like getting my help secondhand.
You got to remember the relationship between D and James is a little bit offhand because, first of all, D is in love with Jason. And
but I thought she had a boyfriend that we killed.
Yeah, she did. But that was just a non-committal hookup.
Got it.
And to kind of get back at Jason, I guess. But the relationship between James and D is not really solid. So how would James, if he wanted to use D to help him with deciphering, approach that?
Hey, girl. This book thing has a lot of letters on it that I don't understand. What the fuck is this?
It's like, James, what do you want? Go ask your brother.
We're not actually getting along right now, and I'm trying to do things to keep the colony alive. So, are you going to be part of the solution or part of the problem? Yeah, just come over here. Look. Is that an A or is that like a chicken taking a dump? I can't. What is this?
That translates to a Q. It means It means query.
All right, it's time to do a lore check.
Okay, so she is going to give you a +2 to your lore obstacle. Let me post it.
Yes.
It doesn't count if you roll it before I post the obstacle.
I'm doing a +2.
Okay, obstacle 0 with a +2 from D.
Oh, fuck my life.
That with the +2?
That's with a +2?
I recorded XP. Fine. Okay.
Wait. How did you get 0 to a 0? You rolled a 2.
Yeah, that should be a 4.
Oh, I put a plus. It's because I put a plus.
Oh, okay. So you rolled a 2 that way. Okay.
So I actually scored a what now?
A 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I record a 4 XP.
That should be a 4.
What did I do to your guy's skills, man?
It's my fault. I put a plus.
Okay, so the first one's your modifier. Oh, yeah. It should just come up like that.
Yeah, I put a plus.
Oh, instead of the 0.
So if you look at the readout, there's 2 pluses in front of the 2.
Gotcha.
Like, I just did it out of habit.
Yeah. Okay.
4 again. Can I record a 3 and a 1?
Okay, so you're going to do like the first month you worked with D, and you got a 2, so you could check. Now, let's take that one at a time, because you do have XP and fate points.
Can I spend a fate point to bump it up to a 6?
Well, no, we're still on the first month, where you rolled the 2.
Right.
Okay, so you can do, you'd have to get it up to a 6, you'd have to use 2 fate points.
No, I want to keep the 4. I want to keep the 4 off the first month.
Well, no, you rolled a 2 off the first month.
But then he got a +2 from.
I have a +2 from her.
Oh, yeah, but the +2 was added in there, though.
No, the macro got messed up. He rolled a 2, and then it should have been a +2 on top of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got 1, 0, 1, 0,
okay.
then +2.
Okay, I'm with you now. All right, yeah, go ahead and do that. You can spend your fate point and make it into a 6.
6. All right, there we go.
Okay.
So then in Decipher, where the crap is this? I have the 4 and the 6 done. So next month,
yes,
doing another check here.
Yep, one more.
Let me down, D. Oh, you fucking slut.
That's only a -1. Yeah, so you got you. She's kind of getting, irritated with you a little bit here, and it doesn't seem like she wants to work with you much in the third month.
I record one and then.
Okay.
I don't know.
He's like, no, I'm done. I'm dead.
If you're going to be a grumpy bitch, I'm just not going to talk to you.
Okay. What? Now, wait a second. Messed up again here. You rolled a 4 on your overcome, so put a XP point in your lore.
I get 2 XP off that then.
You do. 2 XP into your lore, which you can put that into a check if you would like to do so.
I'll leave it floating until I get 8 XP, and then I'll decide if I want to level it up.
Gotcha. Get the AXP and just like level.
Yeah, bam, straight to level.
Okay. That's another way to do it too. Voth is bucking the system once again. Okay. So
I'm non-committal. What do you want me to do?
That's true. All right. Yeah, so that's how it's going along. How did things go for the second and third month for James and Jason?
Well, I'm going to say we have basically been avoiding each other. We needed a long cool-off period. Family members died. It's obviously Jason's fault. I needed to reach a point where I could forgive him.
Well, but nobody still knows that family members died. You're considering them being dead, right? Is that what you're saying?
We know Kurt's dead.
No, you don't.
We hope Kurt's dead.
No, yeah, we saw his... He was, We totally saw his body.
No, you didn't. He was in the flames. You guys were nowhere near when he got thrown into the flames by the grappler.
All right, well...
Isn't that when I jumped on the grappler with the knife?
That was the tank. That was Jonathan the tank with the knife.
Oh my god, I can't believe I took down a tank with a knife.
You did. It was
I definitely need to rewatch that final battle.
So, but what I'm hearing is that you're saying you guys are going to you kept your distance kind of for the 3 months.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
I just made my mission goal.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, my goal for the session. Find out if Jason believes Kurt is dead.
Okay.
So we can just write that asshole off. There we go.
Yeah, nobody cares about Kurt.
We'll agree that he's dead, and then I'll get an XP. It'll be great.
I would imagine the only reason we would care about Kurt is 1, for our mom's happiness, and 2, for our half brothers and sisters, that it's their dad.
Yep.
But as far as
I love
him.
Jason's motives.
My mission? Kill him. Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Kill who, you ask? Tough to say. Struggle. Am I still part of the family?
Yep.
Goal. Find the best way to stop the infused from returning from the dead. So, I mean, that's kind of what...
Yeah.
Our theory is that if we get the wards, that'll help. Yeah.
Okay. You guys go into character. Knock them out.
God, tough to go into character when we're not talking to each other.
Yeah, you haven't been talking to each other. It will say, let's say that you guys are, you've been out doing something, and then you both awkwardly kind of return to the entrance part of the cave, the home part of the cave, at the same time.
Well, right now I've got the
Justice sends us on like a hunting party together, so we're kind of forced to spend time together.
Not yet.
I'm going to be hanging out. Okay, how about this? Where is Jason? Where is your sort of like getaway spot when you need a moment alone?
Yeah.
Inside the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine I'll hang out over here, like
in the
off
pools.
the beaten path, kind of.
Yep.
In this area.
Underneath one of the waterfalls.
Yeah.
All right, I've seen him go over there before. I've watched him go over there, and it's been 3 months, and I'm kind of reaching that point where it's like the anger has subsided, and the distrust, and just the awkwardness. Just how awkwardness just builds walls. And I've decided that I'm gonna go try and talk to him. So I cross the bridge, and I follow the cliff face around to under the waterfall, and when I come around the corner, what are you doing?
I have a bunch of sticks in front of me, and I'm sharpening them into points.
I immediately turn around and leave. This is too awkward. And then, quick, do a notice check. Did you see me leaving? Or did you see me show up?
What is this? Matt, James Rambo.
No, I would imagine I would be over there.
Let's do it this way.
Working on carving some symbols into bullets.
Yeah, let's do James's stealth versus Jason's notice, and then you guys role play out. That this will determine what the scene happened there, and then you guys can role play out how that got resolved or how it happened.
Well, fuck me running sideways.
I could roll a crit fail and
wait. No, it's supposed to be Voth's stealth against Jason's.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I rolled off his character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was an accident. Let me look and see if I have a stealth.
Yeah. Is yours mediocre?
Okay, we have the same stealth.
Okay.
We have the same stealth, so it's the same.
Okay, roll your notice. Okay,
I rolled a -2.
So Jason would have noticed, James made some sound when he came in there, and then saw you sharpening sticks, and immediately kind of turned around and started walking away. What do you do?
Say, looking for something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Just as an icebreaker, I guess, I wanted to just touch base with you on Kurt.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that night.
I have no idea what happened to that other little brother we have. But I'm pretty sure, I feel like Kurt's dead.
I think I think Kurt's dead as well. The inside of the house, I mean, I know we spent a lot of the time kind of on the extremities and the rooms near the outside, but when I got into the middle of the house, into the living room, it was a disaster. There's blood everywhere and fire, and I don't think anything could have survived that.
Jason, I'm going to give you a fate point, and I'm going to compel, am I still part of the family? How do you bring that up with your subconscious, that you're being blamed for Kurt, and all of a sudden now James is bringing it up? How do you react?
I'll assume I haven't really talked to anybody else in the family either. I'll say, how's Mom?
I mean, it's
Jason,
it's rough.
James, you see a kind of a concerned look come across Jason's face as you're talking about Kurt and the possibility of Kurt.
I mean,
there's no concern on my face about Kurt whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because you've been feeling. Well, I guess it's not an aspect though. It's just more of a note. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
I'm pretty sure that Mom is sad about Kurt. I mean, but definitely our brother, I think, is the bigger problem here. I don't know. I guess she loved Kurt, but I'm having trouble caring about that guy.
What was the brother's name again?
Justin.
The one that's MIA?
I think I'll have to go ask Mom real quick.
I think I've been thinking a lot about Justin as well, and I think I'm gonna go get him.
Oh, with sharp sticks?
These are for the cave for when I leave. I've been, as you know, I guess I don't know if you know, I've been spending most of my time outside the cave.
Hold on a second. 1 second. What?
Do you have a school number?
No. You can text Mercedes. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, I'm just going to go get Sage. She's in the nurse's office building.
Oh, well, do you know where the school is? Just drive over there.
Well, I know where it's at, but they said call them, so I'm going to call them before I leave here.
Just drive over there.
Okay, well, you got it.
All right, just come in, baby girl.
Family in town.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Her daughter's in the nurse's office. She enrolled at my kid's school.
Uh-huh.
And,
because, I mean, their place is destroyed, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
I think there's a foundation there if they wanted to rebuild all that. But
gotta wait for insurance. Okay, sorry.
What was I talking about? Her kid. Oh yeah, her son is in my son's class, and they're the same age.
Oh,
that's kind of nice, at least.
Yeah, it helps with their transition.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Totally.
But yeah, hurricanes, and now we have Irma looking like she's going to go into the Gulf, which could be a twofer.
Don't.
Jesus.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, my wife's family, she's got 2 sisters, I believe, in Florida.
Uh-huh.
So if it goes up Florida and ravages Florida, it's like we might have more people come into our little compound out in the middle of nowhere.
I was about to. Compound was the exact word I was about to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously. No, it's crazy. I'm hoping that the high pressure system from the United States pushes really well, so it'll actually turn Irma still in the Atlantic and totally miss the East Coast. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Blow it back out.
Yep, just blow it back out to sea, man. That's what I'm hoping and praying for.
Rough times.
Yes. Okay, so Jason has stated that he wants to go get Justin as he's sharpening his sticks, and
so when he asks what the sticks are for, I say this is. I've been spending most of my time out in the woods, kind of killing any infuse that comes near, and I think I figured out that if we're killing them normal, they're just coming back more and more and more. So I've been working on the symbols, and I've been using I've been starting to write symbols on some of my bullets, and I'm putting some sticks out there. I was gonna leave a map I was gonna set some traps and leave a map for you guys before I went off. But I wanted to make sure that before I left to find Justin, I set some traps to keep everyone here safe while I'm gone.
Well, remember when Justin started combing his hair to the side, and we started calling him Justin Bieber, and he would yell at us?
That was funny. That was a good time. I can't be awake 24/7. I could use someone to ride shotgun with me in the truck.
Van.
Are you trying to say I can't drive?
We both know you can't drive for shit.
Well, I guess there's something you got to do better than me, right?
Something like that.
I just go for like a super awkward hug where both of his arms are trapped inside my arms. And I pick him up a little bit. I've missed you, little brother. It's weird. It's like you're kind of like this other half of me. Like I fuck up without you there to say, don't do that stupid stuff. And I keep doing stupid stuff, and I don't know. I need you there for me as the kid that you were before you started,
It'd be nice to be around somebody again. It's not that I haven't felt like myself lately. I haven't felt like anyone lately. I've kind of just been off by myself, and other than missing Mom and the girls, I haven't felt anything in quite a while. But I feel like going to rescue Justin would give me at least a little bit of purpose.
Well, if that's what you need, I'm there for you, dude. I will. Let me get my hammer and my shield and my assault rifle and my shotgun and the rest of the stuff in my inventory.
Before James leaves the conversation there, Jason will remember that Dee kind of awkwardly walked up to him one time and said, "Well, hey, James has been working, kind of alleviate some of the problem between the two of you." And she walked up to Jason. This is kind of a flashback, and said, "Well, hey, James has been working on deciphering the Iridian language."
I would think Jason was too stupid to figure it out, so it wouldn't even cross my mind.
You mean James?
James.
Was?
Oh yeah, James.
Okay, but that thought would come to your head.
Say, don't tell Mom we're going after Justin. I don't want to get her hopes up. Just let her know we're going out hunting. Or going out scouting, and we'll be gone for a couple days. I don't want her to worry.
You can talk to Mom too.
I will. Not now, but I will.
Okay.
I feel like maybe after I get Justin back.
Just at that moment, you're going to hear Dee and Gehenna calling for James and Jason, kind of coming into the pool area going, "James, Jason, where are you guys? Quick!
Fucking hide. Here comes Dee. Shit.
Is Gehenna the one that I pulled through the wall?
No, that's Jill.
Jill. So Jenna's different.
Jenna's
sister.
one of the other twin, the one that detaches from James. Josie's the one that attaches.
Okay.
But Gehenna and Dee are yelling for James and Jason to come quick.
God, Dee is so awkward. Can you talk to her? I swear she's on her period.
I'll try, and I won't answer, but I'll start walking towards them.
I just had a weird thought. Do they have, their feminine products out here? Or what are they doing?
We could have raided a convenience store on the way out. I don't know.
Okay. Or Uncle Justice Super Prepper also.
Prepper, there you go.
Yeah,
Stocks pads.
you got gatherers and getting supplies.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
There'd be abandoned stores we could raid, I would imagine.
Yep.
We would have picked up a bunch of medical supplies.
Yep. What are you guys going to do?
I will walk towards Dee and Jenna.
Okay. So you come out from back behind the waterfall cave, and you see kind of over around this area here, kind of on the opposite side where you guys were at over here under the waterfall, is Dee and Gehenna yelling for you guys. They catch sight of you. Say, quick! Come to the medical area. Where is the medical area? Over by the kitchen. There's been somebody new that's shown up, and he's hurt.
Oh, it's a guy?
Yep.
Oh.
Over here. I see.
Yep. Over by the kitchen and the food and the commons.
We're sharpening these sticks right now. There's a whole lot of them.
I'll look at Dee and Jenna and say, grab one of the doctors. I imagine at least one person in the 664 has got to be a doctor.
And Jenna's like, Mom's over there already. She's asking for your help.
I look over to Jason. You think it's a Kurt replacement?
I'll say...
He's thrashing around. Man,
you check it out. I'll get the van ready.
I throw my head back and look at the sky and sigh, or the top of the cave, fine. You don't leave without me, or I will be very upset.
I'm leaving in an hour.
This cave is huge. Give me an hour and 15.
You You're the one who claims to be fast. You can.
Fine. I just take off running. Run, James, run!
Run, James!
You're always so fast, and you get your scholarship and there.
Yeah, you say that under your breath as I run away.
Mr.
You're always so
Stanford.
fast. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so I'm hearing that Jason is going to head back to home to start collecting things, and is taking off in an hour.
Yep.
And James is heading over to the medical area with the girls.
Now, real quick, before I get over there, I completed my goal of find out if
Yes, you did.
Jason believes Kurt is dead. So did I get an XP?
You do get an XP. And on top of that, you are also reconciling with your little brother, too.
Yeah, I mean, are we successfully reconciled, or do I need to keep working? I mean, we're talking to each other.
I think that's a pretty good chunk, especially after not really talking for 3 months.
For 3 months.
But what I'm doing is giving you
I gave you a
XP.
hug. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
That's not concluded. That's just good
Right.
role playing is what I did there. And then Matt too. You really weren't playing to, or you're still part of the family, but you did play to your mission of kill them all, because you're just totally going for that. So I'm going to give you an XP there.
Yeah, I'm like Rambo in First Blood, kind of living by myself,
Right.
off hunting the infused. Like, I'm not out hunting for food. I'm out just killing anything that comes near.
Right. Okay. Let's cut over to James. James, you'll eventually get to the medical center. And there is this man sitting on one of their gurneys, and he's thrashing around. He doesn't seem to be in his right mind. And he looks like this in the chat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's pretty freaking big and strong, dude.
Work on your legs. Talk about skipping leg day. Look at that chicken leg motherfucker.
And he is thrashing around on this thing. He doesn't seem to be conscious, but he's just like...
Did you paste those arms on, or is that guy literally shaped like that?
That is the guy.
God.
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
Looks just like Jacob.
And your mom is sitting there. And your mom is like, the head nurse in there, and they do have a doctor that's part of it there. And the doctor is trying to give him an injection, and he's thrashing around, and your mom's trying to hold him down, and she sees you come walking in and is like, James, come help me hold him down.
I pull the pistol out and shoot him.
Okay.
Problem solved.
New character. New character.
His arms
for
are
Jacob.
messed up. He's clearly smuggling weapons inside there or something.
He's clearly a terrorist.
I would think that being in infirmary, there's one of those great little injection pistols that are full of like morphine or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's struggling all over the place, and I'm worried about my mom being hurt by this insane guy, so I just run over and grab this pistol and put it right up to his neck and give him an injection of whatever sedative so he just stops flipping the fuck out.
Okay, so you're just going to grab whatever's close and then inject him with it?
Well, I would assume that they have something that's a painkiller that they use, because people come in here wounded all the time. There's probably some point where I came through with some sort of bad wound. And so I would...
But
and the nurse over here is pretty hot, so I've chatted her up a few times. And she's talked about, having to give people an injection with this thing when they were flipping out. Because I would assume people come in here with like PTSD and start losing their shit.
Okay. At that moment, the sedatives are not out on the table. They're actually in the cabinet. So you're going to have to go over to the cabinet and get them to grab it and then put it in there. Just at that moment, this guy sticks one of his chicken feet out and kicks the doctor right in the face. And it literally launches the doctor back, and he hits himself on the head and knocks himself out.
Oh, what the fuck? I jam the drugs into this little pistol thing.
Mm-hmm. Just as you see a fist come across your mom's face.
Oh, come on. I'm going to kill his ass.
Well, no, he's not conscious. He's just like flailing.
I'm not sure if I grabbed
to go
morphine
get
or
drugs
adrenaline. They're right next to each other.
That's right. So you've grabbed something, shoved it into the pistol, and your mom gets smacked across the face, and she falls from the table, and he's just on the table flailing. He's not doing anything. He's just like flailing his arms around and everywhere.
All right.
What do you do?
I run up and hit him in the neck with this drug.
Okay. Let's see how well you can do that against him. So you're basically going to, to administer this drug. It's kind of, are you going to use athletics or are you going to use fight, or what are you thinking of using?
I think athletics would work because I'm trying to be fast and just get in and out as quick as possible. Okay. I'm not stabbing him.
Right. So let's just do your athletics at overcome 2.
Bam!
Ooh!
I get an XP.
Record your if you forgo the boost. Yeah.
I'm forgoing the boost and I'm injecting his ass so full of drugs.
Okay.
I hit him in the neck, and then when he settles down, I give him a suppository too, just to make sure he's good and relaxed.
But let's determine what you injected him with. Roll me a 1DF.
Cocaine!
You just injected him with cocaine, with adrenaline.
Well, if he was unconscious, that would wake his ass up instantly.
Yep. What happens when you inject him with the adrenaline?
His eyes would shoot open, and he'd instantly become conscious and probably a little bit confused, and his heart would be racing, and he would be triggering fight or flight sort of feelings. So knowing what adrenaline does, I'm going to step back and hold my pencil defensively and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it down a notch, meathead.
Okay. We'll cut that scene right there. Let's go back over to James. James, what are you doing?
Jason, you mean?
I mean, Jason, sorry. Jason.
Yeah. I am...
Remember the J's on this game.
packing a lot of weapons and bullets. I've got a pistol, an AR-15, and a rifle. I would say I have a hunting knife now that I can stab things to death. And I would pack, sleeping bag.
Yep, standard
lamp,
off gear.
Yeah. Survival kit.
Record that hunting knife in your inventory.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'd be packing, getting ready to go, and then once I'm kind of staying in the shadows, not, being super obvious that I'm going anywhere.
Okay.
And then I'd sit down and wait for James and be etching more symbols into bullets as I'm waiting.
Okay. As you're sitting there waiting, you hear the familiar foot scrapes, kind of a walking, dragging foot scrapes of Uncle Justice comes through right where we're into where you're at. Says, "Hey boy, what are you doing?"
I'm going hunting.
Going hunting? Why are you doing that?
I don't like the cave. I don't like being cooped up in here. I prefer getting out into the fresh air.
Well, that's a great idea. I just came from headquarters, and I have a mission that I need to send you and James on.
What kind of mission?
A gathering mission.
What are we gathering?
he kind of turns back and looks back out into the area, and then comes back, into the home and closes whatever barrier, a curtain or something you have into the home there. And he says, Jason, we are in desperate need of supplies. We've run really, really low on our supplies, and we need to get some out there. And you and James are the only ones that I really trust with this matter, because the other gathering groups have been coming back empty. And I'm kind of concerned about what's going on here with this, because you would think with all these big cities around that there would still be a lot of things going on, because, humans have been disappearing all the time. Even the infused humans have been disappearing. So I want to send you guys up to the city of Yak to go check it out yourself, but you're the only ones I can trust in this matter. I don't want to send anybody else in this.
We'll definitely do that. Just a heads up, we might be gone a few days, though.
Okay. And I'm going to need you to take a couple people with you. And there are a couple people I trust. Well, I trust so-and-so and so-and-so. He mentions a man and a wife, which we'll determine here in a second. And he says, and then there is so-and-so. He mentions another name that I really want you guys to take under your wing and kind of start teaching him. He needs some direction. And I think you, both James and Jason, would be a positive influence on him.
I don't know that we need to take anybody with us right now. I think a solo mission would probably be the best, honestly.
He says, look, I understand that, Jason, and yeah, I understand you've been a little bit reclusive in this time of matter, but I think it would do you good. So I'm going to ask you to take him with you.
I don't want to take anybody with us right now.
You need to be getting to know these people, and Justice starts into this conversation, and then he breaks into a heavy coughing fit, pulls out his handkerchief and he's got it over his mouth. He's coughing. He pulls it back from his mouth and kind of quickly puts it in his pocket. Make a notice check, obstacle 1. Obstacle.
See if I saw the blood or not.
Oh yeah.
That's succeeding with style?
That is not succeeding with style. That is a 2 shift.
It's got to be 3.
But you did notice. So yeah, you do notice that there was blood coming out from his thing there, his on his handkerchief. And he turns back over to you, and he goes, I may not be for this world much longer, Jason, so I need you to step up, because if anything happens to me, not saying anything's going to happen to me, but if anything happens to me, it's going to have to be James and you who are going to be in charge of this bunker. I will no longer be the president of it. And that time may be sooner than later.
If you have people that you trust enough to go with us, you should keep them around you and train them on the everyday things. They don't need to be hunters and gatherers. These people you trust, you need to keep them around and show them what to do for the people. James and I can go get anything we put our minds to. We don't need them. You need them here with you more than we need them.
Boy, you know I love you, right? But sometimes you can be as bullheaded as your brother. Okay? I'm not asking, I'm telling.
I'm not asking either. I'm telling. James and I are going out. We'll on a hunting mission. We'll gather the supplies you want, but we're going to do it our way.
Okay. Gosh. What am I going to do with you?
We need to step up and take control. I'm stepping up and taking control.
Yeah, but what about all the rest of the 663 people? Now 664, I guess, as we got someone new. What
if we're
about
that
them?
Desperate for supplies, we'll need to try raiding more than one city. James and I can head to Yak, send these people to a different city. we're gonna need all the supplies that we can get. It sounds like.
Okay. Well, I'll have the van prepared and prepped for you. Be about an hour. I need to go over and check on what's happening over at the medical. A little bit disappointed in you, Jason. A little bit disappointed in you.
I'm used to that. If you see James, tell him to hurry his ass up.
Hurry up. Okay, so Justice turns out, shakes his head, and starts walking out of the home and making his way over towards medical. You know it's going to take him a while to get there. But you hear him barking some orders outside when he goes out for preparing the van and everything like that. Cut back over to James.
All right, quick interjection.
Mm-hmm.
Since I succeeded in my last goal, I made a new goal of subdue this meathead.
Did you?
Yeah. So let's see how this goes.
Okay, but you did, because you succeeded at it. Okay, I need to give you another XP then. Because the last one I gave you it was for...
I started with 4, and now I'm up to 2. What did the 2 come from?
No, you're up to 6.
I mean, that's what I meant. I'm up to 6, I started with 4, so what did the 2 come from? Was that from the struggle?
It was from the struggle also, because you were role-playing good role-playing to reconcile with your little brother.
Gotcha.
And so now,
I gotcha. I thought the XP was from finding out if he thought Kurt was dead.
Nope.
Okay, well then...
Gave you another one for completing that goal, so I don't forget about it.
All right, now I got one for subduing... Now I got to subdue this meathead. So, sorry, go back in the scene.
So you can see so you stood up like, whoa, dude, calm down, you're okay. What else do you want to say before he takes the action?
Well, I stepped back and as far back as I could.
Holding the syringe that you just injected into him in his neck.
No. I put that crap down and I pulled out a pistol, like a real pistol.
Oh,
and then backed as far away as I could. So he's got a good, 10 feet or so to go versus a 9mm or whatever I have. And then I'm not pointing it directly at him. I'm pointing it at the ground, but very ready to shoot him if I have to. And then I said, whoa, take it down a notch, meathead.
Now the question is, what would Jacob do in this situation?
Well, that's the problem with not having Jacob here.
I know. So
honestly, Jacob is super laid back, and if I had to guess what his default would be, it would be to start getting drunk and turn into a dwarf.
I'm going to have him do a dwarven accent for this character too. It's going to be awesome.
How did we get a Scotsman in the middle of Lolo, Indiana?
Don't know. Okay, why don't we say that all of a sudden you see his eyes roll back to the back of his head and he just falls off the gurney and flops on the ground and starts convulsing.
That's way too much adrenaline. Mom, after I shoot him with adrenaline, what do I shoot him with next to get him to stop doing this crap?
So Mom stands back up. Jillian stands back and goes, "What did you shoot him with? Show me what you shot him with."
I thought it was morphine.
She looks at
Adrenaline brand morphine.
She's like, "That's a double dose." And so she runs back over to the cabinet and gets another shot there, kind of like the counteract, the narcotics to counteract the adrenaline, and comes over and says, "Help me get him back up onto the gurney." And he's a little more subdued now. So
start lifting him, get him back up there.
Yep. James grabs him by a leg and just kind of hefts him back up.
Do we have any of those straps that we could put over him and hold him down so he doesn't punch you again?
Yes. You would have him on the gurney.
All right, I start, as soon as I get him up there, I start strapping him down so he can't move anymore.
Okay. So you strap him down, she comes over and gives him an injection, and then he stabilizes. After some tense moments, to where it seems like you don't know which way it was going to go, but he stabilizes.
I'm going to say this, if she puts enough of whatever in him, it's probably going to put him to sleep. And then we'll just have to pick up whenever Jacob shows up.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, I don't know I can't do anything in this situation.
Right. Okay.
Well, he's subdued.
He's like, what in the world were you thinking? Your mom says this.
Well, I saw Stacy shoot somebody with that when they were flipping out with PTSD before, because they had lost their leg because one of those things that spit acid had spit acid on his leg, and it's falling off, and he's flipping the fuck out, and then she shot him with that stuff. Then he was like, "Hey, man, it's cool." So I was like, "Oh, maybe this meathead will chill out if I shoot him with this."
Okay.
Stacy, the nurse, the cute blonde one.
Yeah, no, Julie, your mom turns to you and goes, yeah, okay, well then, James, let's pay a little more attention to the vials and what's on the vials than paying attention to Stacy.
AKA, learn to read, boy.
Okay, Mom.
Her eyes are up here.
Look, you guys called me in here. I just reacted to a bad situation.
And she's like, yeah, I know. And she kind of holds her jaw as it's kind of hurting a little bit. And says, go get me an ice pack. That really, really hurt. And grab me a couple Advil.
Hold on. And I get the little gun and I start putting something in it. This will help.
She's like, James?
I'm kidding. I put it down and go grab an ice pack.
Okay. And says, then grab some Advil for me out of the bottle.
Okay, I grab her some Advil.
James notices that the bottle is empty.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Mom?
Yeah?
Do you have an Advil problem?
And she's like, what? What's wrong?
There's no Advil over here.
She's like, is it out already?
Who's popping this shit? Jesus Christ.
She's like, well, we have over 600 people in this cave. And they're always coming and complaining about every little thing. And
tell them to grow a pair. Jesus Christ.
I would.
This was 800 tablets. I just got this like last week.
I know. We need to get more. This is getting really bad. We need some more supplies.
Agreed.
We need some more supplies. I will
Well,
take care.
me and Jason are fixing to go out and do a supply run, and among other things. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for Advil or other things.
Okay. Oh, good.
That's a prepper man for sure.
Yeah. Where is your brother? I sent Dee and Gehenna to get you and your brother. Where's Jason?
He's sharpening sticks.
I'm very, very worried about your brother.
I am too, Mom. I tried giving him a hug. It kind of didn't go over that well, but...
Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in this situation.
Look, I'm trying.
Kurt would know what to do. I don't know what to do.
He would have known what to do, but I don't think he's going to be knowing any more things, Mom.
Jesus.
Why would you say such a thing? We don't know
Mom,
what's happened to him.
Mom!
He could be out there right now searching
Be
for
a
us.
realist.
And we're stuck in this cave. And she's just kind of going off
Listen
talking
to
over
yourself. I'm telling you, I saw that thing that shoots out the tongue, and they were fighting, and he was getting smacked around. I'm pretty sure he's dead. And I'm pretty sure it's Jason's fault.
Bastard.
You're not here.
You bastard.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. You see, Mom kind of breaks down and she starts sobbing. She can tell that she doesn't want to come to the realization that this is true.
I hug her and I say, every time I go out, I look for him, but my hopes aren't high. Okay.
Yep.
If I could find, his ring finger with y'all's wedding ring on it, I'll cut it off and bring it back to you as a memento. I just hope he isn't one of those weird alien zombie things. Although I'm pretty sure he would turn into a witch.
Yep. Okay, so you're sitting and consoling your mother at this time, and it's going to take a little bit of time. We're going to cut back over to Jason.
It doesn't take that long. I give her a few hugs. I'm like, look, I gotta go, Mom. This is really awkward.
Okay.
Don't cry to the sisters. Or D. D likes that shit, and I just leave.
Yeah. D gives you a look like, you are such an asshole, as you're walking by. And she goes in and starts consoling your mother.
I'm running to catch up to Jason so I don't get left.
Well, Jason hasn't left the home yet, but you're making your way back over there. Things in the house get real quiet for Jason. There's nobody home.
What
and
house?
All of a sudden, your home area in the cave there. So it's like a little carving into the side of the cave to where you got little cubby holes and stuff like that. So it's like a nice little home that Justice has had made for you guys.
Sounds like a crypt.
Yeah, it's kind of like a crypt. Yeah, exactly. The other people kind of just camp around into any cubby holes and anything they can within the cave where all the letters are at. So, but you guys are kind of living in the lap of luxury when it goes on cave standards.
All right.
Okay. Jason, at this time, you're going to hear like a little knock on the cave door entrance, and you hear a voice go, "Is anybody home?" But it doesn't have the name. Is anybody home? And to Jason, the voice sounds like Kurt.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it.
I shoot him in the head.
What do you do? But nothing happens at the door curtain.
I hide behind the curtain and pull out my hunting knife.
Hunting knife it is. Okay. What do you do?
I wait.
Okay. All of a sudden you hear the knock again. I can hear you breathing in there, right? I keep doing my stupid accent. I can hear you breathing in there, right?
He's back there going,
I was going to say, he can hear me breathing. Oh, man. He must have heightened senses. He's an alien. Kill him.
What does Jason do?
He just keeps waiting.
Okay. He goes, "Well, are you going to let me in or what?"
But isn't it a curtain? Can't he just walk in?
Yep. Jason thinks to himself, it's just a curtain. He could just walk in, right?
I'm going to keep waiting.
about this time, I come up behind him.
Jason remembers to himself that, don't these things have to be invited in? Isn't that something that came up before? The aliens can't come in unless they're invited?
No,
They're vampires.
Am I making that up?
Let's make a check and see if you remember right.
I could have swore that was something that came up at some point.
No, it didn't. But go ahead and make a check.
Wow. Never mind.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It wasn't. There was no thing like this. It was.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be cool. That'd be a good idea, though. Well, then all of a sudden you hear the voice go, "Okay, well, I'll be back later." And you hear later, like echoes in the back of your head. Later.
Do I hear footsteps walking away?
Yes.
I would like to stealthily kind of peek through the curtain and see if I can see him.
Okay. You stealthily open up the curtain. describe to me how you're opening up the curtain.
At
what point?
Opening just a small enough crack in the curtain so I can see through.
Okay. And you kind of crack it to the side, and you look out there, and there's nobody there. But all of a sudden you hear a voice over your shoulder go, "What do you see? Is there anybody there?"
Really?
Yep. What do you do? And it's like talking right into your ear.
Well, I think I'm losing my mind. I will spin around and put my knife at whatever it is his throat.
Okay. You spin quickly around, and you see this.
What the? Slit its throat.
It's standing right there, okay? So you just don't delay, you just cut it and slit it right in the throat.
Oh, yeah, if I see that thing, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like standing right next to you.
Yep.
Okay. Your knife goes right across its throat and cuts it, and some gore and yellow gook comes out, and he starts laughing. He's like, "Boy," no, not just he doesn't. Kurt doesn't say boy. He says, "Son, you know that can't hurt me."
I try to kick it away from me and pull out my pistol.
Okay.
Kill it with fire.
You give it a good kick. He kind of stumbles back a couple steps. It says, "Boy, yeah, I always knew that you were the weakest of the two brothers. You know, you were just never up to those standards. You couldn't even get into Stanford." And you pull out your pistol. What do you do?
Activate full kill mode. And I start shooting it with the pistol that has the infused bullets in it.
Infused bullets in it. Perfect. Just about that time, James, you come around the corner, and all of a sudden you hear pistol shots going off. What do you do?
I pull my shield off my back and unholster my hammer or whatever you call it when they're slung on your hip.
Uh-huh.
And I take off running that way as fast as I can.
Okay. You'll get to the curtain in the entrance of the house before the last bullet shot goes off. It's kind of really loud because, 9mm rounds are very, very loud and deafening. What do you do?
So I'm coming around the corner. I see that creature.
No, you're at the curtain.
I'm going to push the curtain back a little bit and peek in. Because I don't want to get shot. I mean, there's bullets bouncing around in there.
That's right. Well, let's see how stealthily you were comparative to the sounds that was going on for there. So let's do Voth, do your stealth check, and let's do it opposing against Jason's notice check.
I would imagine that with the shooting bullets in a small room, my hearing is shit.
Okay, give yourself a -2 then to your notice check.
And then, yeah, oh my god.
Bam. I'm just using the tip of the hammer to part the curtain a little bit and peeking around inside.
Yeah.
And I see him aiming at his shadow.
You see him got his gun and he's shooting into a wall. And there's nothing
totally
there.
all in my head.
There's nothing there.
Let the curtain close and I lean back up against the wall and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in there?
Do you say that out loud or are you thinking that?
Yeah, I just kind of whisper it to myself, but I assume his ears are ringing, and then I push the curtain back a little bit again and I peek in. What is he doing?
He just held up a...
No, I'm asking him. You've just fired. What happens after he shoots in his hallucination?
Yeah.
Does
Jason,
Kurt go away?
Kurt goes away. He doesn't even dissipate the smoke. He's just not there anymore. For some reason, when your last bullet shot through, all of a sudden he's just not there anymore.
I'll kind of start to realize that, these things... I think it'd be pretty obvious that was all in my head. Like, I know I'm going crazy. There's not anything I can do about it, but I think I kind of know that my mind's slipping a little bit, and I'll...
Yeah, let's find out. Let's find out how much your mind is actually slipping. Make and overcome obstacle 1 will check.
Will. I don't have very good will.
Okay. You're going to succeed. And just with no cost. Okay. So you're dealing with it, your first encounter with Kurt Corpse, pretty well.
Yeah. First of many, I assume.
Yeah. So what does Jason do now at that point, as James is watching from the curtain, that Jason doesn't know that James is watching from the curtain? What does Jason do?
Lower my pistol, put in a new clip, because I assume I just shot the entire thing.
Well, you can say
Holster my pistol, and keep getting ready to go.
So, James, you see Jason who's standing with a smoking pistol pointed against a wall,
like it was
emptied it out, then grabs down, grabs another clip, puts it in there, holsters it up, and turns around and starts going back to his sticks and his preparation. What do you do?
I kind of sneak back down the hall about a good 10 feet or something, and then I go running towards his room, so it sounds like I'm just arriving.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Oh, did you get him?" Because they would have dissipated away if you got him, right?
Yeah.
Like a normal...
He would have turned into...
Well, what happens when they turn into smoke with non-infused bullets? With infused bullets, they...
I don't know. Right? I don't know what his bullets are.
Yeah,
but I mean, you don't. But that's out of character. Like, when you smash guys with your hammer, it was just a corpse.
Yeah, they leave a corpse.
Normal, it was smoke, right?
Yeah, player information. When James has been hitting them with the hammer, the smoke leaves them, and they just turn back into a dead human. When you shoot them with a non-infused or non-warded weapon, when you shoot an infused with a non-warded weapon, they turn into smoke.
Or hit them with the car when I'm driving through
our front door. The car or whatever. They turn into smoke and suck back into the ground.
Okay.
But
so you asked me.
There was also a third one you saw too, is when Jason shot Henry Whalen in the head, but didn't kill her. You saw her dissipate in a different manner, unlike the turning into smoke and sucking in the ground. This was like a dissipation of smoke, and then she reappeared back up out of the ground, healed.
Was that in the big gathering at the school?
Exactly.
Man, this has been a crazy game.
you got to go back and watch those last 3 sessions. They were really good.
I love this game. This is a fun one. So James asked me, did I get him?
Yeah.
And I'll turn and look at him and say, not yet. And just walk out of the room towards the van.
Okay.
You coming?
Sure. How's your etching going?
Good. All my bullets are ready to go. I'm ready to get them.
What do you do with the duds when you screw up the etching? Do you just shoot them into the wall?
That'd be wasteful. No, I just give them to the rest of the, I don't know what we call ourselves, the survivors.
The Enclave.
Yeah, I was going to say the militia, but...
The human race.
Well, I mean, Uncle Justice is a prepper. I wouldn't be surprised if he called us the militia. Whatever our group, we refer to ourselves, the survivors. I give them to the survivors for hunting.
Okay, cut scene right there. We need a flashback. We need to flashback to James real quick when he meets up with Uncle Justice, because Justice is heading toward the medical bay as James is heading out of the medical bay.
Okay. Hey, Uncle Justice, how's it going?
I was like, "Hi, James.
Hey, have you seen Jason?
Yeah, I just talked to Jason.
Man, I have to hurry up and catch up with him.
Yeah, can
I take off running. Poor Uncle Justice, we treat him like crap.
What? So what? Okay, and so you're
No,
off.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I respect Uncle Justice.
Yeah.
I'm not like Jason.
Like Jason. Well, he's gonna catch you in the hall, and he says, "All right, can I meet you back over at the house here in a little bit? I need to check what's going on over at medical, and then I need to talk to you guys over at. I've already talked to Jason. He's getting ready to go.
Medical. There's this crazy meathead guy flopping around, and so I hit him with some sort of juice, and when he passed out, I tied him to the gurney. So,
okay.
I mean, he should be good.
Good job, James. I always knew I could count on you. Always seemed to do the right thing.
So, since I subdued the meathead, Uncle Justice, do you think I should get an XP? Because that was my goal.
That's true, it was. Uncle Justice like, what is an XP?
It's short for experience point.
That's right. Okay, you got your 8. Now you can level your skill.
Yes! Alrighty.
What skill were you going to level anyway?
I don't know, I'm just collecting XP, because that's what I do.
You got 2 on lore already, too.
Yeah, I'll probably try to level lore up, because that seems useful.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we'll keep going from there, because we'll do all the leveling at the beginning of the session, the next session.
Yeah, I figured. I'll be ready.
Instead of using it during the game. All right. And so then Justice wants to... Oh, boy, what's this? Jason Marks Law. That's funny.
I bet he made that himself.
That's true.
on Windows Paint.
Oh, the picture, like, click on the picture to get a bigger one. It's pretty wonderful.
Yeah,
the picture of this guy.
Let's see.
He's just... that's the blank void stare I have on my face all the
time. Oh my god, this picture.
That's funny.
He made that himself, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, 100%.
His own commercial or something on PBS?
No kidding.
All right. So Uncle Justice wants to meet back with you, both of you guys, over at the house because he doesn't want to talk about what he needs you to do out in the publics, the public areas.
Well, I would assume I was walking with Uncle Justice, and he has sort of a slow motion old man walk. And then when I heard the gunshots go off, I took off running.
Yeah. Well, the gunshots happened when you were rounding it, heading more towards your house. You were close enough.
Right. And I left his ass behind, and so he's going to catch up to us.
Well, he was heading to medical first. Yeah, he was heading to medical first, then he would be heading back.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Back over to the current scene, and I'm asking James. I'm like, so, what were you shooting into the wall about then? If you didn't get it, I don't understand. We have fly swatters.
I thought I saw something.
I just look at him for a minute, and I'm like, are you seeing shit now?
That little guy? I wouldn't worry about that little guy.
What little guy?
It doesn't matter. You ready to go?
I cross my arms, I just look at him. Are you seeing shit or not?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Huh. I'm not sure what I think about that.
It's, kind of pauses for a while. I can't determine whether or not he actually really
saw what he saw.
Trusts James at the moment.
Well, look, if you're unsure if something's really there, just ask me for visual verification. Strictly for the sake of not wasting bullets, you shot a fucking clip into the wall. We've only got, like, I was talking to Uncle Just, like a few thousand bullets left, and I'm pretty sure there's more than a few thousand of those monsters out there. So if you could, don't shoot them into walls, please.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm not trying to be rude or reprimanding or whatever. Just being a realist.
Yes, you are making sense. We gotta go. We gotta get. I think
Well, Uncle Justice wants
we go to get.
talk to us about something.
I already talked to him. I don't need to talk to him again.
Dude, he said it was some sort of, he was praising me on how good I did in the ward, and then he wanted to come back and tell us some more stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna get an award.
Maybe you're gonna get concubines.
I just kind of give him a wink to show him that I'm bullshitting. But no, I mean, we should at least give him the respect of hearing him out.
Fine, but if he's not here in 5 minutes, I'm leaving.
He's fucking 70-something years old. It takes him 30 minutes to cross the cavern. Look, let's go find him. How about that?
You can tell Jason is not happy about this at all, but it says fine.
Yeah, because Jason knows what the conversation's going to be.
Yeah.
Why are you so opposed to going and finding Uncle Justice? I'm asking this as I'm walking towards the infirmary.
He wants us to go find supplies, which is great, but he wants to send people with us, and I don't want anybody to go with me right now. I haven't told anybody that we're going to find Justin, and I think they would try to stop us if they knew what we were going to do. So I'd rather go, just the two of us, get supplies, and find Justin on the same trip.
I stopped dead in my tracks. Oh, yeah. Oof. And we might run into old Willie, and that guy, at least we could, like, get him off our nuts, but I don't know if we'd be able to stop him from attacking other people. God, I feel like I should leave Uncle Justice a note or something, though. I feel like a dick just running out on him.
Do we still have cell phones? I mean, I can't imagine we have a power... Well, he probably have generators and stuff.
Yep. We got there's generators you can see marked on the map here. But they're gas generators, and they're dug back into the cave sides so they can kind of mute the sound a little bit, but you can get like a slow, not a slow, but a low humming noise.
Send him a text from the van.
I think we should do some sort of rolls.
So you would know that these past 3 months, coverage for cell phones and stuff like that have gone out, so your cell phones will be useless. But James has 2 of the private network cell phones that still seem to work.
Well, we didn't bring Uncle Justice into the private network?
The cell phones were set up by David. You have no idea how that would work.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we had a couple of extra ones. It seemed like I'd give Uncle Justice one.
Yeah, well, you have a total of 2.
So,
yeah.
Does Jason have any?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. You had James and Jason's, and then
We
you
each
had
had
2
ours.
other ones. Yeah, so you have.
Yeah, there was Dee's, and then there was a friend who is no longer around.
So I'm changing on your character sheet to a total of 4 cell phones. So yeah, you can hand them out whichever way you want it. That's right. I remember that now.
Give one to Uncle Justice and one to Mom, because Dee doesn't need that shit. She's overly emotional.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
How is she overly emotional?
She's a girl.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
All right, so
so you should be able to send a text or something to Uncle Justice if you needed to.
we'll get in the van and we'll start driving away, and I'll text Uncle Justice, and I said, you wanted to keep it private, so I think the best bet for privacy is over this network, and I'm in the van and we're driving away. So tell me what you need.
Okay. And he'll text back and say, Dang it, boy! Is your brother rubbing off on you? And it's kind of misspelled in short words and stuff like that. He still doesn't quite have the texting technology down.
He spelled boy B-O-I.
Yeah. it auto-corrected certain words into other things, but you kind of get the gist of it.
I said, what? I thought you would approve of this. You wanted extra privacy, and this is as private as we can get.
Just fine. Just Jason knows.
Okay. Thanks. just trying to keep it real, Uncle Justice. Peace out.
Okay, you guys are back in your old white van. And
No. It is no longer white. Now it looks like that prepper van.
okay, so you guys painted it all up and made it all prepper
Fuck yeah,
style.
it's like the A-Team prepper van. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's called the Recon van.
There you go.
I've carved a large attack symbol into the front of the van.
There you go.
Oh, nice. Ramming speed ahead.
Exactly.
When did you have time to carve it?
I've had 3 months.
You've had 3 months. Okay. We'll do that. I'm going to give you that.
I like that idea.
So you
Attack
put it,
symbol van.
where do you actually put it on the van?
I would say probably on the hood.
Okay, you put it on the hood. Okay.
With 2 middle fingers painted on either side of it.
It's actually an attack ward. Hood, van. Recon van, right? Gus lost the recon truck, now it's the recon van.
Oh, I missed that truck.
I know.
But at least we sent the truck out in like the most epic style you can.
Yeah, burning down our mom's house.
Right.
I can't
Sliding
wait
a
for
bridge into the door. Going through the front door and then setting it on fire because we threw Molotov cocktails on it after we
Yes.
climbed out the back window.
Well, there's that big fat exploder one smashing the front.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Oh,
he was
man.
smashing it to pieces. You guys like jumped out the side and
Chaos.
yeah, it was awesome.
And then the house burned down from our Molotov cocktails.
Yep. I can't wait for next week when Jacob comes up and finds out that Voth pumped him full of drugs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, depending how long we're out on this trip, we could always,
Yep.
bring him in a different way, so
Exactly.
he doesn't have to sit around.
Exactly.
Yeah, that meathead could just be nobody, and we could
Yeah.
run across a new guy.
True. We'll see
we'd
how it
see
plays
somebody
out.
walking on the street, or he could be with Justin, or
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
you could make him like super survivalist guy. We come across him in the middle of nowhere. His body's painted head to toe in camo, and he's wearing a Speedo.
It's
And he carries a
Speedo.
spear.
Well, let's do this. Back to the game. You guys are going to be heading where now? Because now you know that Justice wants you. So I'm going to throw out an overcome aspect here, and I'm going to call it collect supplies. And we're actually going to put it back up here. We're gonna go back up to the
I would
top.
say that on our way out, we could make it that we have to drive past Yak to get back to the freeway to head towards wherever we're going in Lolo.
Lolo. Oh, let me post up this picture of the map. This will give you a better idea of how you had to travel to get to here.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
So Lolo is at the bottom in the south, and that's where you had to go up to get into the Cotina National
Kootenai.
Forest.
Kootenai.
Is it Kootenai or is it Cotina?
Think of Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh,
Kootenai.
Kootenai National Forest.
I would like to point out that I have the mission: find out if Justin is alive and save his ass if possible.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
being
Perfect.
my mission, I would not even be focused on Yak because I didn't even talk to Uncle Justice. So unless Jason tells me, I'm going for Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would definitely, my struggle being, am I still part of the family?
Yeah, because it's
That
still
would kind of be a way I could feel like getting back into the family is by doing this. That would probably be my main focus as well. So we can always get supplies on the way back.
Yep. I'm also going to give you a fate point, Matt, for that, because I think you've been role-playing it good in your style of Am I Still in the Family? Not actually trying to resolve the struggle, but more of developing the struggle and making it more of a problem.
Yeah, it's not, I need to work my way back in the family. It's like, what am I even doing here?
Right. And I'm going to give you an XP point also for your goal, too, because you're working on finding the best way to stop the infused from returning from the dead, and by putting the symbol on your truck.
Yeah.
See how that happens. See what happens.
How best to do this? Well, obviously Mad Max style.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I didn't try to talk to Kurt being a figment of my imagination. I was just kill, 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 kill.
Exactly.
Especially when he mentioned that I wasn't as strong as Jerk over there.
As James. So now Yak is to the north. Lolo is to the south.
Let's head south.
Okay. But there will be towns that you can go through to get down through there. So you're going to actually have to head kind of southwest to go through kind of, around, you could be close to Turner or close to Loon to hit back on to 93 to get to head down to Lolo.
Well, and this is a 5-hour drive, so we would have to stop somewhere for gas. So I imagine a town where we stop for gas, maybe we could try.
Exactly.
If we stop in if we're in a little town, the gas station would be close to the grocery store and pharmacy. So
okay. So what we'll do is, if you guys want to stop on the way, we'll just make some kind of montaging checks just to kind of see how much supplies you can actually get.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And moving along. But your main focus here is you want to head down to Lolo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. What is the purpose for going to Lolo?
To find if Justin's alive.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
And confirm Kurt's death.
I think the first place we'd probably head is back to the house.
Yeah.
Even though
Perfect.
it's been 3 months and I'm sure the tracks or signs or clues or anything's probably not really there. It's really the only place we have to start.
Yep.
Well, secretly, I'm expecting to find a body.
Yep. All right. Question is, how do you want to handle nighttime? Because as you're traveling out, you're not noticing any humans around. Remember the helpful humans?
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to be around anymore.
I guess it depends what time we leave. If we're leaving at noon, we can get to Lolo by 5 and it'll still be light out.
Right. Yep, because it's about a 4 or 5 hour trip.
Yeah.
But you'll be dark traveling back.
If we travel back.
If you travel back.
That's why we put the mark on the front of the truck.
There you go. Bonk.
Anything that gets in our way,
Bonk.
boom.
We have clearly not planned this out that well, MJ.
No, exactly.
We're getting there.
You're getting there. Okay, montage to there.
You give us too much credit.
That's right. You get there just fine. No.
I think because my trouble is don't think, just get the job done. I need a fate point.
You want a fate point for that?
Because I'm not thinking about how to get back.
That's true. Okay, so you're not really thinking about the time involved in anything at all then.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well.
I'm doing this badly.
There you go. I'm going to throw out a fate point for Voth and a fate point for Matt for something to prove all who was in the shadow of James.
Oh, he wants to do dumb things? I could do dumber things.
He gets to slam the girl out the window. I'm going to slaughter the whole neighborhood.
You kill one neighbor and you never hear the end of it.
That's right. You shoot one person in the head, and now you're just labeled as insane. Great.
One person, it was my best friend and his family.
And then you butcher him
It
with a
used to be
knife.
your best friend. He was an infused. I knew he was going to come back.
Yep. Okay. You guys will make it to your old home, and here's what you see.
Oh, this will be sad. Yeah.
Actually, I could bring you back guys over here. Here we go. You are back in Lolo.
I'd imagine probably not much to say when we see our family house burn down, but get out and start looking around.
Mm-hmm. Where do you want to look?
Walk through where the door had been and go to where the living room would have been where we
Okay. There's the burnt recon truck as you go where the doors were.
I go pat the recon truck on the bumper.
Okay.
We're a good truck.
Good truck.
We're a good truck.
As James is patting the recon truck on the bumper, he notices a human bone, charred black. A little bit further up, about 2 feet away from the recon truck.
Yep, Kurt's dead. I found his bone. I point to it right there. He's totally dead. Finally, we
look at James and say,
"You want to take this bone?"
How many infused did you kill with your hammer that night?
That's true.
Just a whole lot. I mean, I was just a killing machine. I lost count.
Well, well, dumbass, this could be a bone from one of them.
No, it would be an alien bone, wouldn't it? Do they have bones?
I mean, the bodies dropped like normal bodies. Why wouldn't they have bones? What do you think they were made of?
I thought they were made out of hard smoke or something. I don't know.
I just kind of stare at James, like open mouth.
Hard smoke.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Physics 101 just goes right out the window.
Look, I've been working on the translation stuff, and I swear I read a sentence that says, "And thou shalt smite the hard smoke with the stick of banging," or something like that.
You need to learn how to read. You were going to go to Stanford? Really? Stanford?
No, I can read. I'm working on learning how to read their alien language.
Jesus. All right.
Hey, I had Dee's help. Okay? It's not all me.
Keep looking around and see if we can find more bones. There'd be more than... If we can find more bones, then we know that they did indeed have normal bodies that were burned away.
You guys will find more bones out around back where James had encountered Old Willie and a whole bunch of mooks.
I look at him. You really don't remember how many you killed.
They're mooks. They just die in droves. You know, the little ones that look like retarded midgets and you just smash them and they fall down?
All right. Did you kill any of the mooks inside the house?
It's been 3 months. I can't remember last night. What are you talking about?
Jeez.
There's a lot of dead stuff. I'm a killing machine.
Here's something. All right. I'll walk back inside and try to remember that night.
You were the one who was running around in this part of the house. I was mostly on the outside and in the front. So technically, this should be your fault. Problem. The dying is stuff you would know about on the inside.
Yeah, you were on the outside while I was getting my hands dirty in the inside, saving people.
Hello, who saved everybody and drove away while you were unconscious?
Who hit him in the back of the head?
I want to shoot him so bad.
Look, I'm sorry.
This is a great compel right here.
I know, this is not the way to get back on my good side.
I know, and as soon as he gives me that look of like, I want to shoot you, I kind of like put my hands out like, look, I'm sorry. Emotions are running high. I think Kurt's dead. And I know you and I didn't like him that much, but Mom likes him apparently. I mean, she had a bunch of kids with him. And I'm worried Justin's dead because even though he's our lying little half-brother, Mom cares about him.
So Justin was trapped in his room. Let's go look and see if there's any bones there.
Where was his room anyways?
His
He was
room,
off bottom right.
yeah, he was over on the bottom right area next to Josie's room. His was
Do you have the map of the
closer.
house still?
I don't think I do.
Well, it's okay. I was just role-playing that I didn't remember
Yeah,
where
it was on
Yeah.
the southwest side of the house. In the 4 rooms there, they had Jenna, Josie on the front. Jill was towards the back, and then towards the hall area was Justin's room there.
Which is the way I sent you, because I went to the east to
Right.
save the girls. This is all your fault.
Yep.
Dude,
This is all your
3 months
fault.
ago. 3 months ago. Don't try to blame me for this. I negotiated our way out of this place by getting rid of old Willie, who is apparently a sorcerer or some shit.
Alright, let's just check out Justin's room and see if we find anything.
Okay. No,
All right.
Don't find out anything interesting around the area of where Justin's room was. No bones, no bodies, no anything to indicate at all that there was something there.
I want to do a notice check and just surveil the general area and see if anything grabs my attention as a potential clue as to the whereabouts of Justin or our dead stepfather.
No check needed. No check needed. As you surveil around the area, you kind of head towards the kitchen. And as you're heading in there, you'll notice some ashy footprints. And it seems like it was coming from the pantry.
Let's follow the footprints.
Reach out to Jason. I say, don't shoot into the pantry. I think somebody's in there.
But, no, the pantry's burnt down. It's burnt. Everything's burnt down to the ground. But it looks very odd because it looks like somebody had come out of the pantry after the house had burnt down.
I'm thinking we have a stalker brother.
A stalker.
I think maybe one of those infused we thought we killed, we didn't get. Something was still alive in here when the house was done burning down.
So if we kill them with fire, do they come back and haunt us, you think?
I think so. What's the difference in killing them by fire or by shooting them?
Well, because technically it's their own fault for not escaping the fire. And would they stalk me or you?
You're the one who threw the Molotov onto the truck, which started the fire.
But didn't you throw more Molotovs around and spread the fire?
Probably.
See, I think I'm going to take an XP point back from Voth now, because he's not really working towards reconciling with his little brother.
Hey. Yes, I am. I just do it in a roundabout way.
That's right. Okay.
Well, I guess we're standing next to each other. It doesn't really matter if it's coming for you or for me, does it?
I suppose not.
Both of you guys give me a notice check roll-off.
As usual.
As usual.
I'm oblivious. Holy crap.
Ooh, look at that. Go ahead and record an XP, Matt, for notice.
Excellent.
Jason will notice that the footprints coming out of the pantry and stepping over things and stepping into the house makes its way into the dining room area. Actually into the living room area where the TV was and where Jason had bashed through the wall. And then they seem to disappear. It's like the footprints didn't go left, didn't go right. It's like they stopped. And so the person should be standing right there.
Looks like one of the infused was walking here And then this must have been where he finally died and turned into smoke because the footprints stopped.
Huh. Well, crap.
Can we search around the house to see if there's any tracks besides ours and the van when we left?
Yep, sure. So what are you actually looking for? More tracks?
Yeah, footprints, if there was any.
Similar footprints?
We've never really seen any of them in cars, but I would imagine Weird Willie doesn't walk everywhere. He's got a...
Right.
He teleports.
Yep. You will find more tracks. Kind of seems in reverse, because as where these tracks were like pushing down in the ash, now you're seeing marks of tracks. All of a sudden, outside, kind of around where the bodies of the humans burnt, that were the mooks, are out there and seems to be walking to the northeast.
Well, we've got a lead.
All right. What do you think a mook is going to lead us to?
Who knows? I mean, we either look here or we go into town searching for some of the leaders. Go to the school where everybody was gathering. I'd rather follow a couple small mooks and hope we can find something there than riding into a giant group of possibly the entire army.
All right. I'm not really sure where mooks are going to lead us, but let's follow them.
You got a better idea, smart guy?
Clearly not. I thought we'd find a clue here, but apparently, since you threw all those extra Molotovs in addition to mine, the whole house got burned down.
Yeah, we didn't notice anything else, did we?
Nope. Anything else you're trying to look for?
Can I go back to the pile of bones in the center of the house and see if there's the wedding band in the pile of bones?
That's a good idea.
You find
It's tungsten carbide, so it won't melt.
You find you bring up a little piece of wood, a plywood board off there, and sure enough, you sort of see kind of like a remnant of his clothes, Kurt's clothes, and on the skeleton's hand is the ring.
Well, I guess he's not going to be failing any more drive checks. I scoop up his ring.
That solves one mystery.
I scoop up the ring and put it in my pocket.
Go ahead. Keep going. You scoop up the ring and put it in your pocket? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Did Justin wear any jewelry?
Nope.
He didn't have a cross necklace from his first communion?
Here's Justin. You tell me.
Oh, God, he has a Prince Albert. God, what a little homo kid.
He does look like Justin Bieber.
He was described by you as a millennial snowflake.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh,
if we
look,
find any...
this pile of bones over here has a vagina. I think I found Justin.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
All right, follow the mooks, I guess. I pocket
Follow
the
the
ring
mooks.
and catch up at him following the mooks, and I'll produce the ring from my pocket and say, look,
Well, it's not
you're
mooks.
right about Kurt.
It's one set of footprints.
Oh,
And
right.
It goes for a little while, even before it will reach the road. So you guys are here. Even before it will reach this road here, it's kind of heading this direction. The footprints will disappear. They disappear about right there.
And just
Okay.
nothing after that.
Yep. It seems like the ash is finally wore off, and that you can't really see anything else from then.
So, from the Lambert house, which direction is it headed?
Northeast.
Northeast.
To the Gates house? to the shack.
Yep. McKinney.
To the McKinney Center School.
93 school, whatever.
I think we gotta go to school.
Fuck me. As we're following the tracks, we're heading. As we leave the burn site, though, and we're following the tracks for a little while, I'm gonna produce the ring and say, "Look what I found in the ashes." You know what that is, right?
That means Kurt really is dead.
I think you should give this to Mom. It might help you guys to
hold on one second.
Reconcile a bit.
Hold on one second. As Jason says that Kurt is really dead, he hears a voice in the back of his head and goes, "Am I now?"
Not paying attention to James,
And
I'll say.
Instead, James notices that as he makes that last statement about Mom, Jason is not paying attention to him.
I'll say, yes, you are.
Yes, I am. What?
I'll kind of pull out my gun and spin around looking for Kurt's.
James, what do you do?
I pull out my gun and spin around and start looking too. What is it?
Do I see anything?
You don't see anything.
I'll put my
What do
gun
you
away
see?
and say, nothing. Nothing's there.
I
Just
holster
keep
my
walking
gun.
like nothing happened.
And you hear this little chuckle in the ear at the back of your head.
You sure are jumpy, bro. I pass him the ring and I say, "You hang on to this and give it back to Mom, and I think it'll help you guys to reconcile your differences."
I think you're right. And I'll take the ring and put it in my pocket.
Yes, he took the source of his hallucination.
The source of his hallucinations. So the ring is now to...
Actually, I'll put the ring on.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Creepy as fuck.
He puts the ring on.
I figure that'll be
Okay, what is
less likely to lose it if it's on my hand than in my pocket.
Okay. So he's wearing Kurt's ring. Oh, this is gonna go great.
Put that in my inventory.
All right.
Okay.
It is almost 11 o'clock my time.
It is. It's kind of a good stopping point too, because we
I
can
know.
we can
Head to
montage
the
and.
school.
Is there anything else you guys want to do at this point in Lolo, or do you want to continue on here to go further?
We'll head to the school.
Okay.
Yeah, school would definitely be the.
Okay. So what are you
Get back
trying
in
to
the van
find?
and drive up there.
What's the main thing you're trying to find at the school?
I think since we didn't find too many clues of where they went, my plan would be to try to capture an infused to find out where I would want to capture 2 infused because we tried torturing it before, I think, and it didn't do anything.
Okay.
But now that we have the infused bullets that can
Hurt more.
Right.
kill them for good.
Well,
Shoot their kneecaps out with an infused bullet.
Jason
No,
doesn't
I
know
would-
that yet. He hasn't tried it out yet. He's only shot a wall.
But he has an idea. My
Yes.
plan would be to capture 2 of them.
Yes. He's
One of them
feeling
would know.
with all his research and his expertise now and all his trying for the last 3 months that he's finally got it, but he hasn't tried it yet, though.
Actually, this would be a little more difficult, but capture 3. Kill one of them so it disappears into smoke. Look at the next one. Kill it with an infused bullet so it just drops dead and say, we know how to, or I can end you for good this time. Give us
Okay.
the info we want.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to throw out an overcome aspect here.
Of psycho murder stuff, yes.
That's very logical. He might be cold-hearted, but he's very logical.
It's true.
All right, I'm gonna type in my goal in
Logical warding testing.
Capture 3.
Yeah.
Infused. That's going to be my goal for next session. Capture 3 infused.
And I'm going to put that overcome aspect out there because you guys still have the collecting supplies from Uncle Justice and now the logical warding testing, which you can, if you want to change your mission stuff too, Matt, you could do that also.
So I just added on to my goal.
Okay.
To be this.
Okay, but in returning from the dead testing. Okay, so you want to make that your goal. Okay.
Yeah.
So
my overall mission is still just
kill them all.
We'll pick up next week with you guys getting over to the school and what you want to do over at the school. So it's going to be kind of a travel.
Yeah.
In the midst of cliffhangering is the travel.
Are we going to do end of session XP, or is that only happen during the game?
And we will do the missions that you did. So if at the end, after the session, if you completed any missions else, which I think we just did it as we went along, didn't we?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if we got an XP for just pursuing our mission, even though we didn't succeed at it or not.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how you're going to do that.
Yeah, I have it down to where it's based off of role-playing, good role-playing towards your motive, and then completion.
Alrighty.
So
we had some good ditching Uncle Justice roleplay.
Right. So you changed your mission one, find out if Justice is alive and save his ass if possible.
Justin,
yeah. And then, so that will be for next week. And then to reconcile with my little brother, James, which you have been working on, but you really haven't completed yet. So I did give you some for good role-playing. And then your goal for next week's Capture 3 Infuse, which you haven't completed yet, so we won't give you any more XP. James, kill 'em all. That could be completed, but it's not really too much of a hardcore mission one yet.
I would say I've really done that yet. That's kind of more of an over big picture.
Yes.
I'm waging a war on.
I sort of I perceive that to mean to literally kill all of the infused.
Right.
It's certainly good. It's
so let's add
basically
kill them all, kill them all infused or something like that to represent the infused.
Well, you never know. I might kill some people who get in my way that are not infused.
He's way too fucked up. If we go to loot some supplies out, and there's some other people there, he might just be like, "That's my ibuprofen." Bam, bam,
That's
bam,
right.
bam.
Essentially, I'm waging war. I'm in war mode.
Okay.
There's it's whoever gets in my way, but the war is against the infused. But
right,
I don't want to limit.
Collateral damage happens.
Okay, so
exactly.
He basically then Jason is he wants to kill everybody, and just him be alone on the earth.
Yeah, it'll be. I'll do I'll add on. Don't get in my way.
Okay. All right, and then am I still part of the family? You haven't completed that yet, but you did get some stuff for it, and then find out, stop, infuse, return. So,
am I still part of my family? Instead of making my goal something about Justin, I think that Justin kind of feeds into the
part of the family.
Am I part of the family?
Exactly. Okay, so we'll leave it there, and then we'll have to pick up with Jacob next week. Hopefully, he's back on by then. And we'll have to figure out some sort of way to bring him back in or whatnot.
Totally easy. Just he's
he's wandering around. We could just make the other guy John Doe, even though he'll look the same. He'll just be a different John Doe or something.
It's your mysterious twin brother.
Your new mysterious twin brother, the one you didn't know you had. And behind this curtain. No, perfect. Okay. So now it's good, and then next session when we start, we can just, if you want to change any of your motives, we'll just work with that and spend XP at the start and go from there. Cool?
Sounds great.
That was a good start. That was a really good start.
It was fun. I think we picked up
slipped
where
back
we left
in really
off
well.
pretty.
We
Yeah.
did. Like I said, it was. I did have it set up to. It was really, really good plug and play. I'm going to put this dot marker to where you guys are at.
I think it's easier for me to slide back into it because I only have one character and the other one I'm the GM.
Right.
And so the ease of me slipping back into it kind of greases the wheels for Matt.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. And this was such a distinct character for me that I normally don't play something like this. I'm usually a fairly nice guy. Not that Jason's not a nice guy, but he's definitely a unique character.
I love the parts where you were back behind the waterfall just sharpening sticks.
Creeper. Anyways, guys, I do got to get going because I have some appointments to keep and stuff, but I will catch you guys on the forums.
Sounds good.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.